Okay, on this late evening, I'm going to be demonstrating Sine Synch on the Studiologic 2. I might talk a little bit about the Blofeld on my way. Well, I start out with a knit patch. Now, my knit patch is only 1 8-foot sawtooth. For this situation, we will not be using Oscillator 1. We're only going to be using Oscillator 2. Now, because you can't see the controls from here, I'm going to describe everything I'm doing in detail. On Oscillator 2, I'm going to set it to 2 foot. The semitone and detune will be at 0 because you're not detuning it. I'll be setting it to sine wave. Sync to Oscillator 3 will be on. On Oscillator 3, I'll be setting it to 8 foot. Semitone and detune by default will be 0. I want to make sure the FM on both of these are 0. It doesn't really matter, I'm going to set this to sine wave as well. So to recap so far, I have Oscillator 2 set to 2 foot, no semitone, no detune, FM is off, sine wave, sync to Oscillator 3, Oscillator 3 is set to 8 foot, semitone and detune at 0, FM at 0, and sitting at sine wave. So get something like that right now. I can set the release a bit higher than the Blofeld because I'm going to get a little bit more polyphony, say about 72. Let's start out with the modulation. On LFO 1, I'm going to select ramp, a speed of 32, and because I'm starting at 2 foot, I want to bring it back down to where it started. But I'm going to bring it down 1 octave lower at minus 46. Because minus 38 is 1 octave, minus 42 is 2, and minus 46 is 3. Let's hear what we get. Well, nothing, because I have to assign it to Oscillator 1 and 2 on the LFO modulation matrix. Now let's listen. Let's make it a bit more interesting. On LFO 2, I'm going to select as my wave, sample and hold. My speed will be 0. I'm going to assign it to Oscillator 1 and 2, and I'm going to bring the amount up to plus 38, which is an octave. So it's going to randomize. Because it's a sample and hold, it could start here, 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 and here. So every time I have a key press, it's going to modulate the modulation I did on LFO 1. Let's listen. Now that's interesting. Well, we have FM on Oscillator 3. So, on the wheel, I'm going to select ramp, speed of 127, and I am going to assign it to pulse width wave FM, and my amount for wheel will be plus 52. And that will be either the wheel or aftertouch. I prefer aftertouch myself, so let's see what happens. Wow. Let's add some effects. That's a nice little bug in the delay. If you take the delay and bring the time all the way down to 0, it acts like a slapback, like the deco. Right now I have no effects besides what is on the sledge. There's no external effects. I might turn a deco on in a bit. Doing a slapback. We'll add some reverb. Set the reverb. Set it to about 96 or so. We don't want to overwash it in reverb, so set the level to about 24. Kick back to delay only and set it to about halfway, so 64. enable both of the effects. Let's see what that does to it. Well, because it's generating harmonics now, let's not waste it. Let's put a filter on it. One of my all-time favorites is the bandpass. I'm going to set my cutoff frequency really low to 11. This should pretty well mute the sound, and it does. I'm going to set my resonance to 42. Set my key track to 100. It's almost sounding like a Blofeld tutorial. My filter attack will be 77. Or around that. Filter decay will be 96. And release about 82. I also want to disable my velocity by setting that to 0. Let's listen now. Oh yes. And filter amount, of course. Set that to plus 36. Now, I don't think you can do that sound on the Blofeld personally. I could always try. Anyhow, there's a brief introduction to sine syncing. Thank you. Don't forget to try it by the waveforms as well. Take care.